Hello to my Virgos. For some reason I feel like I filmed your video already. I may need to go back and look through I feel like I filmed your video already. So let's get into this video then. I feel like I filmed your video already. Well, I thought I uploaded it. But let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's go into it. So all of my relationships are harmonious. That's right. So if they are, make sure they all are. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's start out with a number. A number. Yeah, I was pretty sure. Maybe I filmed a video for you all. I remember what the topic was now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did film a video for you all. Maybe it just didn't get chosen. 716, soul companions. Important connections are building. So your angels want you to make new mutually supportive bonds. The people you meet are special to your journey. So welcome them into your heart space. Think of someone in your life you've connected with recently. Send this person a message or reach out, talk face to face, see how you can build your connection. It speaks to the throat chakra, where manifestation begins. So manifest right there. All of my relationships are harmonious. Manifest that. Speak it into existence. All of my relationships are harmonious. You'd be surprised at what information people give you when your relationships are harmonious. They will give you information that will save you a lot of time and money on things. Right? So when you say all of them, you're saying all of them, not some of them. You're not thinking about people who have an issue with you. You're saying all of my relationships are harmonious. So as you're closing out some cycles with some energies, you're speaking some other things into existence, including family relationships are harmonious, right? Somebody's investing a lot of time in something. You're investing a lot of time and money in something, right? So you're willing to put the time and money into investments. So put the time and the money into harmonious relationships. So now that source is exposing some energies, right? Think about your future. Think about your future. That's what source is saying. This speaks to the 11th house. Think about your future. Think about your future. Now that people know that you will invest the time and money into things, think about harmonious relationships with energy. And how you having to close out cycles with two energies, right? That's what you have in common with energies. You've been baited into things and people switched up on you. They baited you into some kind of lie and switched up on you, right? And you are not a fool. You are not a fool at all. You march the beat of your own drum. Here we have the 8 of Wands here. Yep. You march to the beat of your own drum. Something took off like wildfire, right? So something progressed really quickly, right? But you got some good news coming in. You got a message of some good news coming in. Right? Something very clear. Very, very clear. That's why I would say keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations very, very high when you're thinking about your future and harmonious relationships. This right here can look like somebody's running from something, or it look like you're staying focused. This looks like you're staying focused to me. Knight of Swords. You're a quick thinking person. You're staying focused. Right? Yep. So here's the Empress card. You're trying to grow your abundance and your prosperity. This is what you have in common with people who assume that you're running away from something because you're going into hermit mode. It's like, hello, you're going in hermit mode. That's your card in tarot. People assume you're running away from something, and that's what a lot of people have in common. When they need to think and they think about their future, that's what they think about their future. They up at night, they're getting downloads, they're getting, you think to yourself, like, wow, you know what? You could be a person that, has deep emotions about something, right? And part of those emotions could be like, you would never go back to an ex that made an emotionally immature comment to you about something. You spend a lot of time around energy. You work with some energy. You never go back to certain energies, right? You fell for the bait. It's like a lot of people do. You fell for the bait, whatever the bait was, right? Hey, the person told you we're gonna have this beautiful future together. We're gonna We're going to be here. We're going to be flying here. We're going to be flying there. We're going to be doing this and that. And we're going to be peering out here. We just flying through the sky with our super capes on, right? We just flying through the skies. you falling for, somebody fell for the bait. They fell for the bait. Like just getting off focus with two energies. One succumbed to passive and powerless behavior. Y'all know the rest. The other one was egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. And it made you lose focus. Somebody said, hey, we're going to be flying here. We're going to be hopping off of this jet. We're going to be doing that on this plane. We're going to be going here. We're going to be going there. We got this place to travel to. We got that place to travel to. You thinking, okay, future-wise, we're going to be just doing it. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is what you also have in common with people. People said you got a smart mouth too. Soon as people realize how smart you are, and I'm talking to men and women, Virgo, as soon as people realize how smart you are, you say something that's going to oppose something that somebody says because you're trying to stay focused, all of a sudden you got a smart mouth. You've always been smart. You've always been smart. That's what you have in common with some energies. Some energies, they baited you into something. Baited you into some kind of a lie. And some took off like a wildfire. Selling you on something about your future together. We can do this. We can be flying here and there. We can be doing this and that. We can purchase this. We can do that. We can do all this and that. This is what you have in common with somebody. You got somebody in common. You could have a child in common with somebody. You and somebody could have created something together. Maybe y'all come from the same family or somehow y'all connected in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But you fell for the okie doke. Just like they fell for the okie doke. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else we got going on here. Fell for the okie doke. Let's put these connections together. Let's connect the dots. Let's connect the dots. Yep. You believed. This is the I believe sign. You believed them. You believed them. You believed them. Maybe y'all got family in common. Maybe y'all families know each other. Maybe y'all both are parents, right? Till something was exposed and you were just overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, just overwhelmed. What kind of lie they told? They took off like a wildfire. They could have caused someone's rebirth. Death, rebirth, caused someone's end. Yep. Could have ended somebody's career. Could have caused somebody to... This right here is like causing a complete decline in someone's money. Like not just physical money, but also self-esteem or self-worth. Could have caused somebody to be so low and drowning in debt financially because somebody told a lie on somebody. Two energies, two karmics told a lie on two people. Caused them to be drowning in debt. And so overwhelmed that somebody couldn't even see above water. Just to increase their worth and their value. This is what you have in common with these energies. This is a family. This is a family you spend a lot of time around. Who think that people are full when they walk away from people. And they walk away from the circus. They think people are full. So you're learning how to pour into yourself. You're really learning how to make sure your cup is full of water, fresh water, so you're not carrying other people's. These two karmics belief system, they're all about money, and using people as a pawn in the game, their game, Talking about somebody running away from something. When people trying to just get some rest. And they trying to destiny swap by taking 2 people up out of here. Y'all need to watch some videos on destiny swapping, because some people, it goes beyond. This is an obsession. This goes beyond somebody just wanting to be somebody else. That's different. That's like, okay, well, oh, you know, I like the way they dress. Okay, let me get some tips and pointers in how they dress. This is, I'm gonna take somebody out of here. That's the frequency they gonna take somebody up out of here just to be them. Except the energies they trying to take up out of here are not afraid of them, because they know how they operate. That's why somebody keeps something close to the cuff. Just in case a fool lose their mind. Try it. That's the frequency that somebody is on. Just in case a fool try to lose their mind. You're not worried about money. That's energy. That's energy. When you know your worth and you're a creative energy, when these energies knew that they would take something too far. So it's go time. There it is. 9 of Pentacles. It's go time. This is generational. This is generational. So Source is trying to tell you to save yourself from these jealous exes. These jealous exes. You and somebody have a very jealous ex. We're trying to mask compassion. Don't have no compassion whatsoever. None. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Compassion. Somebody has physical evidence of something. Just like you got something in your bag, so does somebody else. Got something in theirs. These energies, whoever this is, I don't know if this is some. Well, this is somebody's ex. This your ex. This your ex, Virgo. Y'all see how people be doing interviews on social media, talking about they used to date this person, they used to date that person. They want to attach themselves to your destiny. Like, so if you're the person, your value is going up, 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 and up. These energies, like, you know, they got something, they holding on to something, right? They got something, they're gonna hold on to something. They're gonna hold on to your kids if they feel like they need to hold on to your kids, your grandkids, something. There's something about to put the end to that. They got something, they got some information, as if. Source is saying, look, this is what you have in common with somebody. This is what you have in common with somebody. Source keeps bringing the information to you, Virgos. Source keeps bringing information to you all. About family and the cost, the price that people had to pay in their family. That's why they don't mess with their family no more. Somebody just not getting it. Somebody is not getting it. Everybody don't feel like they left on the outside. Some people close their door. They don't want to deal with family members because of some stuff. They don't want to deal with family members because of some stuff. Whereas sometimes the kids want to be bothered with family because the kids, they are inquiring. They want to know, well, how come family don't get along? I got this going on. I want my family to be a part of this. I want my family to be a part of that. Emotionally, you're going to feel like you hit the jackpot. Emotionally, you're about to feel like you hit the jackpot. Somebody has been an open book, and you this is what you have in common with somebody. Open book, like you walking on eggshells. That's what you have in common with somebody. 5, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, somebody wanted so bad to swap destinies with somebody, but you have in common with somebody a jealous ex. That's what you have in common with somebody. And you've been looking for something to walk away from two energies. You've been looking for something to walk away from them. So somebody, a younger person, has been an open book talking. But I'm going to tell you what's going to really put a nail in the coffin. What's in this bag that none of them know about. Right now, some people are nervous. And they should be. They should be teeth chattering nervous. So here we have the 7 of Wands here. All right, let's close it out. They should be teeth chattering nervous, Virgos. So clean your space. Somebody is coming to you. Somebody's coming home to you. Clean your space. Someone's coming right to your front door. So I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to try to keep this as high vibrational as I possibly can, Virgo. But your ex ain't worth it. That's all I can say. They ain't worth it. They are not worth it. You can put whatever letters you want to put, wherever letters you want to put the letters. They not worth it. Somebody knew one day they was going to slip up. And that's what they was waiting on. They know them better than you know them. Guidance. Yeah, a whole new start is coming. So clean your space. Clean your space. What you and an ex, what you and somebody have in common as far as an ex is concerned, was some of the things that you and somebody have in common as far as an ex is concerned. People fall for the bait. That's it. They fall for the bait. People have fallen for the bait as far as this energy is concerned. You know, because this energy comes across as a certain particular way. Exactly what you asked for. It's like, okay, oh my God, this is a wish fulfilled. Ta-da, where this one come from? Wow. You look exactly like I wanted you to look. Oh my God. They're good. They're real good. So they think. They look exactly like you want them to look. That's exactly what you prayed for. They look exactly like you want them to look. Except this one has a secret life that they didn't think one of their exes was going to expose them on. That's why they were so obsessed with doing something, using you to do something. Yeah. But like I said, clean your space. Clean your space. So when you say all of my relationships are harmonious, from now on moving forward, make sure they are. That you are harmonious and you're talking with people, being harmonious. You're not taking too long and you're investing so much into something that you can't even open your mouth to talk directly to people who you feel like they may have fallen for some kind of bait. If everybody has fallen for some kind of bait, let me get my ASS on a plane and go sit down and talk to somebody. Let me get myself on a plane and go talk to somebody. Because something took off like wildfire. Why was it moving so fast? Why was it happening so? How something go from 0 to 1,000 so freaking fast? How did it go so fast? How did soul connection come about so fast? Yeah, right. Because it was planned. How did this one right here pop up out of nowhere? They everybody's dream. This one right here pop up out of nowhere. Fertility. Somebody knew that you would invest a whole lot of time in something. Don't sacrifice family for career. Somebody knew that you would invest a whole lot of time in something. Somebody has an ex that is a real, for real piece of work. They a real piece of work. They always promising they're going to do this and they're going to do that. They're going to fly you out here. They're going to take you there. They're going to do this. They're going to do that, right? And don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. They don't have nothing. They just a liar. So time to move up. Time for you to go to the next level. Time to go to the next level. Time to go to the next level. Level. It's two energies that you're walking away from. Two energies that you're walking away from. Yep. Because your energy is a gift. So these opportunities that arise. Somebody's ex. Actually it's two of them, because we're talking about two karmics here that only care about money, just the material world. They don't even consider anything about the future, child. They can't even say anything about the future, child. They want the here and now. They want money now, today. That's what somebody is all about. Yeah, something about their energy, they were projected onto other people. They was like, oh, they just leave. I would have invested all this time in a relationship, and I would have done this, and I would have done that. They weren't interested in that. They just want quick money. They want somebody quick money. That's it. Gold digging energy. Endings. It's time to say goodbye. Time to say the cycle is over. It's time for you to make a change. It's time for you to go through a rebirth. Time for you to go through a rebirth. Time we go through a rebirth. You have an opportunity that's trying to come in. You have an opportunity that's trying to come in. Something about your energy, Virgos. Now, let's say you have kids with somebody and they're younger, right? Then you invest the time to get along with people. You stay connected to people, right? So we're not talking about if you have younger kids, that's different. You may have stayed connected to people. But if a person is still seeing you as competition when your kids are older, y'all know what I'm saying, like over 18, 20, 30, something years old, and you've made a decision, you don't want to have anything to do with them. You know your worth, you know your value, you don't want to have anything to do with them. And they still talking that mess. It's them, it's not you. It's them, it's not you. They still doing stuff to lower your worth and your value as a parent. I'm talking to men and women Virgos. They doing something to lower you and your kids' worth, as if you and your kids don't matter. Only thing that matters is their new family, right? They want to make sure they increase their worth and their value by lowering yours and your kids' worth and value. So it's the saying, listen, that's what you have in common with some energies. That's what you have in common with some energies. And that's why people move on with their lives. So you talk about somebody who's in their 20s, 30s, 40s, their kids are in their 20s, 30s, 40s. They've moved on with their lives. They ain't trying to bother nobody. They ain't interested in none of that mess. But you still got a jealous ex or exes. Somehow you have a connection with somebody that are still obsessing over their ex to try to create some kind of chaos and confusion in hopes that you don't see something, that they can move along fast enough, that they can be moving at warp speed, that you would never know what's going on. Some of your exes have kids all over the world. They got kids everywhere. That's why they don't ever have any money. That's the real reason they don't have any money. They got kids everywhere. What they say on the Color Purple, setting the population of Hartwell County to a whole new high. I mean, for real. Like, they got kids everywhere. They got kids everywhere. Sleeping with everything, walking. Y'all take it however you want to. trying to make you feel some kind of way, talking about they flying here and they flying here. Listen, let me fly you out here and fly you out there. They don't have anything. They got kids everywhere. That's just one secret. Wait till the other ones you find out. Positive affirmations. Positive affirmations. Every time they move on from somebody, they go to lowering somebody else's worth and value. I've invested all this time in this and you made me look bad. Child, if that's not the classic line, somebody make them look bad. So they got to go into obsessively trying to ruin somebody to death, humiliating somebody to death. They put all this energy and time in humiliating somebody to death, having somebody walking around on eggshells, want them to tell everything that's going on in their ex's lives. This is what you have in common. They all are part of the same crew. They all are part of the same crew. They all fly the same way. Wake up where there is hope. Don't believe the past defeats or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. True success grows from the lessons. A hopeful heart never gives up. That's why somebody wants you to do something so fast. They were hoping that you would never find out. But ta-da! What them court documents? Because what's hidden in there is a judgment card. What them court documents? What's that case number again? Somebody paid a lot of money. Somebody has an ex that had an affair with a judge. When I tell y'all they a piece of work, they child. I'm gonna tell y'all, their ex was sitting right there at the beginning of a relationship with your ex and a judge. This energy will use anything and anybody to ruin their lives just to get what they want quickly. Sick, sick, sick. Something has come full circle. Something has come full circle. Eight of Pentacles. A lot of time was invested in something to master something. So you're about to find out a whole lot about your ex. A lot about your ex. And you can sit there and say you didn't want to know certain things, but you're gonna need to know certain things. But you're about to find a whole lot of stuff out. I'm swearing this thing got a couple of personalities. I don't know who they are today, who they were yesterday, what is going on. But yeah, something is closed out. But yeah, they all are part of the same whatever. All a part of the same mess. Had you falling for some kind of bait, buying into some kind of a lie about something. All right, Virgos. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is helpful for you. So what I'm saying for you is moving forward, now that you're taking some things off of your internal scales here, and you're closing out a cycle. And I don't know if somebody is pregnant, this right here, or speaking some kind of growth. It could be growth in a business, though, because you can be pregnant with ideas. So it can be growth of a business. It's also can be that, too. Because you be talking about growing something, right? But don't just believe everything you hear. When your kid, if you have little kids or grandkids or whatever, when they get older, at some point you just say, okay, yeah, you've invested enough in them that if they decide to go off, whatever, they can, connect with whoever they want to connect with. You can send prayers and those kind of things. They're younger. Usually people try to stay connected and try to get along with, this person, that person, whatever. But you're hearing somebody talking about somebody who is older, like they're 20, 30, they feel left out. Oh, they jealous. They jealous, that the kids don't talk to them anymore. Somebody's in their 30s or 40s. Yeah, that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Because they've been lying about something else too. They've been lying about something else too. So, create space. Your ex should be very nervous. Very, very nervous. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's what I have for you. Bye.